Okay, and we're back. Yeah, you're good, Squid. Make sure I'm saved. Okay, let's go find that sawmill. Assuming it's in town. Oh, that looks like a sawmill to me. Alright. What are we checking for, Squid? What's bad? What do I do? The mill shouldn't be empty. Reload. Reload this save. Now what? Try again? Okay. There should be murdered people, right? What did I do wrong? What do I do, Squid? Is this like... Does this ruin the game? Continue? Am I soft locked? It's gonna sound weird. Okay. You might need to get a snaky looking dagger. Get the debuff. Yep. Okay. See one, steal it. Okay. Is there one in town? On the same screen as it, so I don't know what you're telling me to do, Squid. It's okay. I just reload one more time. Okay. Reload this save. I'm gonna reload the save. Okay. I have reloaded the save. Did I go check the sawmill again? Okay. Stuck. Can't go forward. There we go. Nada. It's your two scary bodies, a sneaky looking dagger, and a candelabra. Okay. And ask what the candelabra find. Comes time to trigger the scene for the dagger. We will actually. There will be actually be other snaky daggers nearby. I am 10,000% confused. Trigger properly. Okay. Who's hungry? Get to the. I know I've double clicked on people to get their inventory. Don't need to worry about it now? Okay. Oops. I do a screenshot of what you missed. Okay. I will look at that later. Feed everybody some stuff. Belch. Ah, very tasty. Image. Okay. Start on the next break. Let's sleep in a random bed. And dreams.
Yes, my friend, rest and heal, so that you are strong and able to face the perils before you.
So friendly.
Pleasant dreams.
So nice and not terrifying. Another save. Case. Okay. So annoying. Tab out of not as bad as Free Space. Yep, looks like Gore Fest. No, that's not what the sawmill looks like right now. Okay. Who are you? Suspicious. See a woman whose cultured manner is hinged with a suggestion of arrogance. Her name. She straightens her shoulders and looks you in the eye. I am Eleanor. Your job. I am the head counselor of the fellowship branch here in Minok. Oh yeah, that's who I'm giving the fucking package to, isn't it? We are a society of spiritual seekers dedicated to achieving our highest potential, advancing worthiness, unity, trust in our brothers. Ah, but thou dost know all of this. I now recall a message to Batlin sent me that I have been expecting thee. Thou hast been sent to deliver our package. Thou mayest relinquish it now. Produce the package and hold it before Eleanor. Her eyes shift from you to the package and then back to you. Surely thou hast been instructed not to open the package. Hast thou opened it nonetheless? Eleanor takes the package from your hands. Thou hast done very well. Now, as I promised, here is thy payment. Cool. Fellowship. Fellowship is highly regarded in Minok. Why, even the mayor himself is a member. I brought him into the fellowship myself. He was the first new member of our local branch, Gregor, head of the fellowship here, Rex Britannia Mining Company. Many fellowship members pass through Minok. Elizabeth and Abraham. Thou hast just missed them. They were here collecting funds. They have moved on to pause to visit the shelter there. We should strive to put this business of the murders behind us. Minok will soon be known throughout Britannia as a city where majestic ships are built. There is even going to be a statue erected in the center of town honoring our shipwright, Owen. He is a skilled and valued member of our community. Of course, fellowship member. But the murders. I am saddened by the loss of life. I cannot say I am surprised. Frederico and Tanya were antagonistic. The same may be said of most Roma. I have nothing against them personally, of course. Let's talk about the man with the hook. Man with the hook. I am certain I would remember of having seen someone like that. I am positive. Nothing against them. I'm just racist. Yeah, exactly. I am positive. I have lots of Roma friends. I am positive that does not match the description of any fellowship member this branch has ever come in contact with. Cool. Many ships come and go in our busy port. I don't know of any one specific ship. Perhaps thou shouldst ask Owen. Okay. About the Roma. They have set up camp southeast of town, near the sawmill. That is suspicious, dost not thou think? Antagonistic? Frederico and Tanya treated all members of our fellowship as if we were diseased. Frederico particularly would often bully our members. Thou dost know it is common knowledge that we are pacifists. He had a reputation for cruelty, even among his own people. It is not surprising that he came to a violent end. But Owen. He is a classic example of fellowship making a vast difference in a person's life. Before he joined the fellowship, he was without confidence and ready to put aside his trade. Now he stands on the verge of being recognized as the finest at his craft in the world. Job. Who's this? You see a handsome craftsman with an intense, piercing gaze. What's your name? My name is Gladstone, my lord, at thy service. Job. I am a glassblower and a sculptor. I make mostly bottles and bowls. But in my time, I have constructed all manners of statuary out of glass as well. Tell me about glass. I regret that I do not have any of my work for sale at present. Like our other artists, I have a backlog of orders that will keep me busy for the foreseeable future. But there are several examples of my work of which I am most proud in the Guildhall on display. If thou art interested, please have a look at them. Artist Guild. Artist Guild is a group of local craftsmen. We sell our wares here in Minok. While we are organized as a guild of equal members, I am tentatively the guild head. What about Minok? There is active commerce here in Minok sufficient to keep the Artist Guild financially solvent. But in recent weeks I have come to fear we may not keep it going for very much longer. Unlike the Fellowship or Owen's Monument, we do not have much political power. Now other events make our troubles seem less important. Events? Surely thou hast heard about the murders of Frederico and Tanya. Let's talk about the murders. I shudder to think such foul deeds are so freely committed in our fair town. Art thou investigating it? I wish thee all success in tracking the culprit. I barely knew Frederico and Tanya, but I did meet their son Sasha once. What about Sasha? He befriended Ciara and stayed the night with us once. He seemed like a nice young man, but misguided. Monument? Owen the shipwright is commissioning a statue of himself to be built in the center of town. Well, it's not pompous at all. The Artist Guild decided to have nothing to do with this foolishness, of course. But just the word of this statue has spread, and now orders are coming in from all over Britannia. Merchants want to have a ship built by the famous Owen, master shipwright of Minot. Power. The Artist Guild is taxed mercilessly by the Britannian Tax Council. Even in our best year, it is a struggle to make ends meet. It seems that we are not considered important enough to be given even a chance. Statue. I fear we have grievously miscalculated by thinking that if we boycotted the statue, it would not be built. It seems all the talk of it has made Owen into some sort of bizarre legend around this area. And the bloody statue hasn't even gone up yet. But that, I fear, is not the worst of the situation. It's the worst of it. Once the statue is built, orders for our shipbuilding are bound to increase even more. It won't take long before all local commerce will become affected by it. Owen will be purchasing more of the local resources, which will cause the prices to rise, especially at the sawmill. And that will surely force the Artist Guild into bankruptcy. Fellowship? We do not get along very well with these people. I believe we have been unofficially marked as enemies of the Fellowship ever since all of the members of the Artist Guild refused Eleanor's invitation to join. They dislike us because they consider us to be indisposed toward unity. Okay. Good journey, my friend. Interesting. Oh, that's so again. Plot thickens. This looks like the Fellowship House. Oh no, this is the mayor's place. You see an elderly man struggling to maintain a regal posture. His eyes widen at the sight of you. I had heard you were traveling in Britannia again, but it took mine own eyes to believe it. Welcome, Avatar. What's your name? Burnside is my name. What's your job? I am mayor of Minot, and have been to these past 20 years and more. About Minot. Apart from this business of the murders, we are a town run by commerce. Gold runs the town, as does the money, so goes Minot. Take this monument affair, for instance. Talk about the murders. As Frederico and Tania were not actually residents of Minot, there is little I can do as mayor other than increase the town guard. The investigation falls somewhat beyond my jurisdiction. It would appear the killer or killers were a part of were from out of town, and probably long gone by now, thank goodness. Yeah, the mayor is a dick. Out of your jurisdiction, huh? How convenient. What about the monument? I am sure thou art aware of the plans for a monument of Owen, the shipwright. He is paying for it himself. I am usually against such public vanity, but the Fellowship is very much in favor of it. Vanity? But in this special case, it does immeasurable good for the town. It increases our prestige. People will come from all over Britannia for the unveiling. Unveiling? Why, even Lord British himself will be in attendance. It is a special opportunity when one gets a private audience. Fellowship? Yes, I wear the Fellowship medallion, given to me by Eleanor. Do not worry thyself. I shall not try to make thee to join. He laughs nervously at his own little joke. Tell me about Eleanor. Eleanor says the Fellowship could bring much money to Minot. It would be wonderful for the trade. I could never let my personal feelings get in the way of the good of this town. Feelings? Avatar, may I tell thee a secret? Yes. Avatar, I must confess to thee that I feel the Fellowship promotes a philosophy that is dubious at best, and its membership seems to be comprised chiefly of fools and emotional weaklings. Okay. Care to elaborate? I guess not. Bill of underwater scavenging and cricket playing, whereby the participants belonging to the first party of the first team may also engage in supplementary treasure seeking within the bounds 239 feet from the docks. Okay, whereby the participants belonging to the second party of the second team may follow accordingly, provided they use no handkerchiefs within the bounds of 7.5 feet. The first party, the first part. Be it known that the second party of the first part may not involve outside. Whoops. Okay, that's it. That is in memory documents. That gavel. Okay. Spent light source. I want to read the document. It's not important. Doo-doo-doo. Who art thou? See Julia, a member of your party, adventurers from one of your previous visits to Britannia. What's your name? Has it really been that long, Plunge? 'Tis I, Julia. What's your job? Since accompanying thee on thine adventures when thou wast last in Britannia, I have become the tinker of Minoc. I repair things for the people of the town. But my duties and obligations are not so pressing as to prevent me from joining thee again shouldst thou wish it. After all, when thou art in Britannia, thou hast usually come to repair very important things, help put the world to rights. Tinker. It is not really what I wish to do with the rest of my life. I do not have the patience to be a proper tinkerer. If thou didst ask me, I would say I have sacrificed enough. Spark. And who is this fine young lad? My name is Spark, milady. For the record, Julia has been a tinker since Ultima IV. Wow. He is a cute one, and well-mannered. Spark turns beet red. Okay. What do you think about Minoc? It is a terrible thing to be happening in our town. These murders. Minoc was once a safe and quiet place. Ultima VI was 200 years ago. Ultima IV was even earlier. Wow. Let's talk about the murders. Federico and Tania were killed at the Minoc sawmill in a manner most gruesome. Federico and Tania. She hasn't got the discipline to do a job she's been doing for like 500 years. Yeah, seriously. What the hell is the life expectancy? Federico was the leader of the Roma, and Tania was his wife. They have lived outside of town. I know nothing more about them. Safe and quiet. Well, at least safe, if not necessarily quiet, especially with all the commotion caused by Owen and his monument. For normal people, usually 70 to 80 years. Oh, interesting. Well, at least safe, if not. Oh, whoops. Owen. Earth people, God fucking knows. Yeah, just forever. Owen is our local shipwright, frankly. I think he is something of a fool. Monument. The Fellowship wanted to build a statue of Owen. That way they can use him as an example of the success of the Fellowship philosophy. It would also increase Owen's business to the point of upsetting the local economy and driving the Artists Guild out of business. Gruesome. The manner in which Federico and Tania were murdered suggests a ritual killing. From what I have been hearing, it is similar to one that thou hast run across in Trinsic, one that occurred in Britain a while ago. It is a most puzzling mystery. All right. Well, you want to join us? Cool. Whoops. No. Bye. All right. Quite a big party. He has an axe. That's brutal. That bananas. All right. Bananas. You know, like the old school D&D thief. Yeah. Absolutely useless at being a thief until 9th level. Yeah. Well, save just. Is this the max party size? 6 people? We just have a freaking army. 7. Holy crap, that's insane. I don't think I've ever played a game with 7 party members. Except, like, you know, games where the party size is, like, unlimited, like Mountain Blade. There's a fellow that is an absolute must recruit. His name is Dupree. He is a very strong fighter type, but you'll meet him. Okay. Sorry, this is an old school thief. I know it happened 50 years ago, but still, they were. What were they thinking? There are a few other potential recruits. Cool. Training center. Cool. Others are fun though. It's a hunting lodge. Before, you had to live up to specific virtues if you go in Avatar. Oh my god, I took a shot. Guess I shouldn't have run in front of that guy that was shooting the bow and arrow, huh? No reason why. That's funny. This is my first one. What's that? Ocean. The ocean. Same with Might and Magic. Tend to stop while playing the third game. I have never played a Might and Magic game. Years, okay. Hot. A bell. I did enjoy 1 through 3. Honestly, 4 is when it gets really Ultima. Yeah. Nice that the clock rings. I think that probably signifies a specific time of day. And how many times it chimes. Nice little feature. Might Magic's basically exactly like Ultimate Wizardry, just turned into a PC game and it becomes its own identity with the third game onward. Yeah, I've definitely seen some of it played. I watched Peebs play a bit of Might and Magic not too long ago. He's had the dungeon crawler bug lately, so he's been playing a ton of different dungeon crawlers. I actually tell what time it is by holding the pocket watch. Oh yeah, I think I did. Oh, bedroll, nice. Yeah, it's somewhere in the mess of my inventory. It's probably on AO though. I do remember picking it up though. Hmm. This is probably the Fellowship House. Like sextants because coordinates are good when you get lost. Yeah, that does help a lot. Need to find one of those. You have a sextant, you get a cursor on the map. Oh, that's really cool. If true. The cloud shadows always scare me. Like, what is happening? Might be able to buy one from a shipwright. Oh, well, that's probably Owen then. I've been kind of looking for him. You see a weary-looking man who is missing his right arm. With his one hand, he scratches his head and squints in your general direction. What's your name, one-armed man? One-armed, one-eyed man? He lets out a sharp cough to clear his throat. Rutherford's me name. Pleased to meet yer. He extends his greasy hand for you to shake. He does not retract it until it is clasped. What's your job? Why, I be the barkeep of the Conquered Cork. No better place in Minot to discuss the events of the day. Coughs into the rag he had just been using to polish the bar. So what do you know about the murders? Well, I suppose that clears thee from the list of possible murderers. If and thou wert the murderer, thou wouldst not have to be asking questions about people what happened to go around the murders. Thou wouldst already know wouldn't have been there. Have you seen any Hooks lately? I know him. He be a pirate who lives in Buccaneer's Den. They say Hook is so mean he'd kill his own mother for the right to price. And I would wager they's right. Why, I got into a fight with this Hook once. I was lucky then if I escaped losing only me right arm and still with one good eye left. It was somewhere around that time that I started having second thoughts about my career as a pirate. Now here I be. I have not seen him recently, but the description of the murder scene certainly sounds like his handiwork. Okay. What do you know about the Crown Jewel? That ship was indeed here of light. In fact, 'twas the night of the murders. Could there be a connection? Talk about, room? No. Minot. Yep, this town's usually bloody quiet. That was until recently. His squinting eye suddenly opens wide and stares straight at you. Say, when exactly again didst thou say thou didst arrive in town, stranger? After a moment of carefully observing you, he shrugs his shoulders, goes back to wiping off the bar. Events? Before all this evil at the sawmill, the buzz were all about the monument. Talk about the monument. Oh, thou must mean that statue they were going to build of our shipwright. His name is Owen, a local boy. I understand it is to be as tall as a man on horseback. Shows Owen gazing through a telescope, or some such thing like that. About the sawmill. Say, thou be not from around here. He looks at you skeptically. Thou art not from the... It's weird trying to talk with a pirate that's doing, like, Shakespearean words. Thou art from the Fellowship by any chance, art thou? Kind of. I'm, like, in between. Let's say no. Just asking, thou dost not have to take any offense. Thank you. It's like an Aussie pirate. Well, because he's doing... So, like, he's... The way the text is being written, it's like halfway between a pirate and an Australian, and also he's using Shakespearean language. So it's like, I'm getting mixed signals here. What about the Fellowship? Thank goodness that with all the town in each other's throats in the recent weeks, we have the Fellowship trying to hold the town together. I be no member or nothing, but I just be a heard of all the good things they done. Feeding the poor and such. We were talking about the murders. Yeah. Tip for fun. Next time you're in Britain, you can see something funny in one of the cornfields. Cool. I will try to remember. Do you by chance sell any sectants? We have a cornucopian variety of elixirs to quench thy tongue, and gourmet dishes to appease thy palate. What wouldst thou like to buy? No. None of these things. Fine. Bye. I shall see thee later. At least I will if thou dost stay in the front of me good eye. How may I be of service to thee? Says Yaker. Him. Oh, there's the mayor again, who just hangs out of the tavern, I guess. Alright, where the hell is Owen? You know what I found odd about this town? Look at my map real quick. There's a shipwright, but I haven't found the coast. I guess the coast is on the west side? It'd be strange to have a shipwright in a town that is not adjacent to water. Oh yeah, there's the beach. Okay. The shipwright's probably somewhere around here. I don't even see a dock. Oh, there it is. What is that? Oh, hello. Tentacles. Yeah, let's just go in the other direction. It's random freaking tentacles popping out of the beach. Let's just stay away. Just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water. It is a crazy cool game. There's just so much going on, you know? There's a lot to do, and there's a lot to explore, and just like, there's just so many cool things to find. Big world. Is that virtuous? I don't care, I'm hungry. Wait. There's a trick to stealing. Open your conveyance inventory and backpack. Okay. Put the food there. Yeah, no, I get you. But I can just like drag it onto them, right? Or do I have to actually put it in their backpack? Lock it. You might have to have it open, but unsure. Okay. Oh, this is Owen's house. Well, I could just wait there for him. Oh. Hey, it's blacksmith. You see a man whose long hours of difficult smoldering work have frozen his face into a rigid expression with eyes like hot coals. What is your name? I am Zorn. What's your job? I am the blacksmith of Bynuk. Blacksmith, eh? I make weapons and armor. Okay, weapons and armor. All of the weapons and armor I sell are made by mine own hand. They would serve thee well. Well, what do you got? First, let's just talk. Minok is quite a city. Money changes hands here, but it does not keep people happy. They find something to squabble over. Now these terrible murders have everyone afraid. Let's talk about the murders. No one in this town ever really hated the Roma, at least not that I have ever been aware of. Who could have done such a thing? Squabble. This noise over Owen's monument, for instance. People ought to tend their own business and let others handle their own, foolish or not. Let's talk about the monument. Owen is building a monument to himself. It is 40 feet tall, depicting him holding up a roll of plans. I do wish there was a way to replace the racial slur with the better word. Yep. I wonder if there's a mod out there somewhere. Couldn't be that difficult to do like a like I'm sure this game's fairly rudimentary in its files. There's probably just text files somewhere for all of the dialogue to replace, find and replace. Pigeons will have a place to sit forevermore. Why argue over something that is as unimportant as that? That'd be cool, yeah. Talk about Owen. He is our town's shipwright. He is a man who has exceedingly high opinion of himself. Well, what do you got? Everything special? No, it's just weapons. Do, 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 do. Oh, is this the dry dock? Locked chest, huh? That must be it. You see a young man dressed in an expensive tunic. He is very serious. He doesn't look very serious. What's your name? My name, my lord, is Owen. It is a name I suspect thou shalt be hearing more of in the future. Good job. He looks at you in the eye and speaks without the slightest trace of modesty. I am, he says, the greatest shipwright in the history of Minok. I am the greatest shipwright who has ever lived. Okay, the greatest, huh? And dost thou know how I became that way? I shall tell thee. I started to hear a voice in mine head. You can always steal the sextant on the shelf above you. If he never sells one, nice. I am assuming that's what this is. Oh, I know that thou shalt think me mad. Do you know a man with a hook? I saw a man with a hook for a hand wandering around town last night. Oh, yeah? Care to elaborate? The crown jewel was in town and left early this morning. It was scheduled to sail for Paws. Let's talk about Minok. Despite all this business with murders, I must confess that I love it here. This is the place where I was born. They love me. They are going to be building a monument here in mine honor. I suppose I have been worthy of it. But still, I cannot help flattered. Oh, yeah? Let's talk about the monument. Oh, thou canst ask anyone in town about it. They all know. What about the voices? These were not the voices of anyone I have ever known, but still, these voices had a profound effect on me. Mad? After searching for a meaning to this voice, which proved difficult, for how dost thou tell someone, especially a stranger, that thou art hearing a voice in thine head? I came across the fellowship. They taught me what the voice was. Oh, yeah? They say. This was the voice of reason, within mine own mind, which sought to guide my life in its proper direction. The fellowship taught me how to trust this voice and heed what it says, and thou canst see results in mine own life. I have mastered my craft and advanced the techniques of shipbuilding throughout the methods I have devised. Methods. I have even written a book describing the advances I have made in the methods of shipbuilding. It is very advanced, but I have tried to write it so that it is accessible for the layman. Wouldst thou be interested in purchasing a copy? No. Humph. I suppose that it would be beyond thy comprehension anyway. Murders? He shakes his head slowly. They are going to be unveiling my monument sometime in the near future. Dost thou think that talk of these events will keep people away from the ceremony? That would be a tragedy. You can read when they're all around him. Yeah, I figured. I figured that's what this stack of fucking books was. Dost thou think that... Oh, right. Let's talk about the Fellowship. The Fellowship is a wonderful organization that is open to all the people of Britannia. I have learned so much through studying its philosophy, and it has helped me to live the life of the fullest. Through the fellowship, I am able to achieve what I have set out to do in life, and I am a better person for having joined. The changes it has made in my personal life have helped me tremendously. Personal life. My friend, there was a time when I thought that my life was at its end. I felt as though I had been swallowed into a cold, deep hole of darkness. Darkness. My very soul felt as though it had sunk into a place into which no light could enter. Soon after, I discovered the fellowship. The difference that it made in my life was miraculous. Philosophy. Fellowship advances the philosophy of sanguine cognition. Blah, 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 blah. Yes, I get it. No, I'm already in process. Perhaps thou canst become enlightened another time. What are you selling? I've been working on a few improvements, but if couldst commission me to build one for thee. No, I already have a ship. No. How much for a sextant? 150? You know what? No. Save. Don't steal it yet. Wait till he's gone. Yeah. I'm just going to loiter here for a bit. How much money do I have, anyways? 113. I don't even have enough. Yeah, I'm sure he'll leave eventually. You gotta sleep sometime, Owen. Explore around a little bit. It's a nice ship. Oh my god, another tentacle. You guys gotta do something about all these tentacles. Because that's creeping me out. Oh, there you go. He left. Oh, he has to be completely off screen? Got it. The inside doesn't count. Oh, I can, like, do this. Bam. And open Aolo. Um, Here, have some boots. A fucking rake. I don't think he noticed. Now try the map. Nope. We should be right here, right? Like, probably like right spot. Oh, I have to actually have it. That makes sense. Nope. That's okay. What if I use the sextant? Not function under a what? Oh, I have to be outside. Yep, that's hilarious. I have to actually be outside for it to work. That's pretty cool. Oh yeah. Now we have a map pip. Save again. We were able to do that. Like he definitely didn't see us, right? Stuff. Like the game would be like you fucked up if he definitely saw me. Okay. So I'll save. Okay. Garbage barrel. Anyone new here? Gladstone. Okay. But this guy. See a mountain man who appears to have been in the wilderness a long time. Gives you a long look, then he snorts and looks away. What's your name? I am not in the habit of speaking to strangers, seeing as how thou dost not appear to be very intelligent. I shall humor thee for now. My name is Carl, formerly of Minock. What's your job? Job? Art thou mad, my lord? Firstly, if thou dost wish to offer me employment, I have no interest in it. Secondly, if thou dost wish to hire my services for anything or any reason, then I reject thine offer most enthusiastically. Thirdly, if thou dost wonder what my job is, then wonder no more, for I have not one. Fourthly, and lastly, if thou dost wonder why I have no job, then stop it right now, because it is none of thy business. Damn. What about your brother? My brother, mine only family in the world, served aboard a ship built by Owen. The ship was one of several that sank 3 years ago during the first storm it ever encountered. My brother went down with it and was never seen again. Several ships. 3 other ships that were built from Owen's basic designs all sunk within the first year of their launch. Over a dozen lives were lost due to that banglorious bastard. What about Owen? I confronted Owen with this, and he denied that it had anything to do with his workmanship. I returned that night and stole the plans he had drafted, so at least no other ships would ever be built like them again. But it left me so angry at the world that I knew I could not live among the people ever again. I went away to live up in the mountains. The only times I ever come back are to fetch a few supplies, maybe have a drink of Rutherford's fine ale once in a while. Fine ale? If not for Rutherford's fine ale, there would be no purpose to the existence of civilization. Fair enough. Plans? I still have those plans in my cabin. Every once in a while I try to figure them out. I suspect no one in town, save for Owen himself, could understand them. Maybe Julia, the tinkerer, be able to shed some light on them. Like, I'm right here. But she would never listen to an old mountain man like me. Yes, I would, Carl. Thou dost have too low opinion of thyself. Raise thy spirits, please. Julia. If thou dost want to show Julia the plans, I will give them to thee. They are in my cabin southeast, BMC office. Mountain man. Far away from the mire of present day society is where I belong. In the wilderness, thou canst know what is what. Bye. Cease thy racket then before I lose my temper. All right. Save. And then we're going to take a short break. I'll be right back, everybody.